What is the hardest thing to do in the construction industry? Okay, landscaping or painting? Okay, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna vote. 3, 2, 1, flooring.
Ceilings. Oh my gosh. Paper, rock, scissors.
Best of what?
This game's going into overtime. I shot early.
You did shoot.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. You can't do anything right, man.
All right, I'm choosing ceilings, guys.
Ceilings are going to the front. What are you doing? We've got to start with just some basic pronunciation skills with you. Yes, we're starting right here today.
No, we're not.
We're starting right here today because I think your wife will crack up as soon as she hears this. Like, this is...
She was already laughing at me the other night about this, okay?
I need to resurface this.
Yeah, fine.
New movie is out.
Inside Out, the second one.
The first one was awesome.
All people with kids are freaking out like, ooh, yay.
Yeah, because now we're adding emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anxiety, things like that. Like, great. There was like 3 of them or something.
Okay, so one of them is...
Ennui. Which I had to Google because I was like, what the flip is an ennui?
I would have to as well. I would not know
I was like,
what
what
ennui
is this French thing?
Well, okay, so because I don't know what ennui is, I'm going to need you.
Don't do it.
I'm going to need you to please tell me
why.
What is ennui?
I don't want to.
What is it, Tyler?
Because I can't say the definition of it. Ennui means a feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction. Guys, I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding right now. I cannot get through it.
A feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction.
You shut your hole.
There you go.
All right?
It's not that hard, Tyler.
Anyway, we have a special guest with us today.
That's right.
And he's a disembodied voice. It is editor Tyler Cook.
Thank you for having me on, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't clap for myself.
Clapping.
That's right.
All that stuff. Anyway, all right. What are we doing today, man? Because you came in here, you came into Milledgeville, and you're like, we're doing a thing.
We are.
What are we doing?
So look, I'm a Zoomer. Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm a Gen Z. You ever heard of this?
Zoomer, Gen Z. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a new one.
Zoomer.
I'm a Zoomer.
Okay.
All right. Good for you.
We Zoom. So
I was thinking of like other drugs or something. Anyway, continue.
As a Zoomer, we live on YouTube.
Do you?
And YouTube is filled to the brim with tier lists and brackets.
Okay.
And that's all we watch.
Okay.
And you've never done one.
That's all you watch?
Yeah,
is
no.
Tier lists and brackets?
We don't do movies. We don't do TV shows. We do brackets and tier lists.
So that's the key to
the Gen Z audience.
To Zoomers.
To Zoomers.
Will this finally make me cool to my kids?
No.
Okay. I'm square. I mean, I was just checking how much magical power this
For the
had.
record, this is a no holds barred sort of day. Like, this is gonna be brutal, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And Cook will not hold back. That much I know. Okay, brackets.
Quite dissatisfying. All right.
Shut up.
This bracket is going to be anything but dissatisfying. Okay.
All right. Dissatisfaction.
We have a custom-made bracket here. What is the hardest construction niche ever?
Okay.
We're going to decide that today.
What is the hardest thing to do in the construction industry?
Exactly. We got 16 trades, jobs, niches here, and I have placed every single niche here so that we have the most, let's just say, arguing, okay, among the two of you.
I don't think you would have had to try very hard.
As close to a cage match as we can get.
Okay, all right.
So we're going to start over in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, all right.
And we're going to start from the very top. So we have masonry versus carpentry.
Which one's harder?
Which one is more difficult?
Which one is more difficult? My immediate thought is masonry. Like, because I mean, dude, like if you've ever pinched your fingers in some cinder block, like, that job, man, that's pretty ruthless.
Carrying the masonry. Like
Yes.
if you're carrying CMU around
Yeah.
or carting grout back and forth. Yeah. But I see some carpenters getting kind of offended at this, that you would just out with the masonry right away.
Now, you do get splinters in carpentry, though, right? That can happen.
As opposed to blocks dropped on your hand.
That definitely hurts real bad.
That's bad.
I don't know. Are we agreeing on this one? This isn't as cage matchy as I thought it would be. Maybe it's going to get worse.
It'll get worse.
It'll get worse.
It'll get worse. It will get worse.
So we just got a softball for the first one.
We did. All right. So masonry.
All right.
We'll go with
Did we answer it right? Okay.
The
cool.
brick gets it.
Okay.
Here we go.
There is not a right and wrong.
Oh,
We're just
God.
creating the
But
bracket.
now we're on to the second match. This is drywall versus concrete,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay. This is we're starting to heat up here. Okay. I feel like I need to state this for the class before we get into it. I freaking hate drywall work. I freaking hate it. It's the worst. It's awful. Okay? This crap goes everywhere. Get freaking dust in your nostrils and oh jeez, dude, I freaking hate drywall work. It sucks.
Okay.
It sucks.
Having started my career in concrete and having come home looking like I had lived in a rust bucket for the entire day, handling the rebar, and then also, I mean, just depending on what you were doing, splattered in concrete.
Yeah.
I mean, concrete's backbreaking work. It's, okay, here's another thing.
Yeah.
Drywall, you're probably going to be inside.
That's fair.
Okay?
That's fair.
And I am not downplaying the fact, trying to get a good corner, a good drywall corner,
That's difficult.
is an art. So I'm not downplaying the art that is, being somebody
What
that's
are you
good.
saying? Concrete is an art?
I'm saying concrete is tough. Like it is just
Okay.
a grueling, tough job. You're not inside. Like if you're doing concrete, you're probably not pouring it indoors. You're
Yeah.
probably not undercover.
Yeah.
So you're a lot more exposed to the elements. I've got concrete all the way. Like,
Well, and you've definitely like ripped your hand open.
I'm gonna just ride concrete down to the winner's bracket and just be like hardest job.
I mean, drywall is definitely not like backbreaking, but it's just inconvenient. If that makes sense, I just don't freaking like it.
I get the annoyance. I get the annoyance. I do.
Drives me crazy, man.
Yes. But if I put you on a drywall crew for a day, and I put you on a concrete crew for a day, and then I was like,
Yeah, but
the
at
end of
least
the
I get
day,
to be outside in a concrete crew.
choose. You would be like, well, maybe on a fall day. I'm talking.
Midsummer, fair enough.
I mean, I started on like August 10th.
Yeah.
That's a bad day in Georgia.
Yeah.
Pretty much no matter what.
Okay. All right. Let's go with concrete.
Okay, so concrete it is. Here we go. So we're gonna let's just go ahead and finish out this section here.
Just move concrete up, man.
Really?
Just keep it. Yes, move it.
Okay.
Well,
Concrete comes with all of the stuff that masonry has,
okay.
and some more.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
let's
yeah.
move concrete up. We'll move concrete up. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Okay.
This is a broader term.
I might get some hate mail over that, but I mean, I'm willing.
Now moving on to ceilings versus flooring. The Western Conference begins.
The Western Conference.
That's right.
This is tough.
Ceilings versus flooring. All right. I have done a lot of flooring work, so I'm definitely biased towards that.
Yeah.
Because flooring is, again, kind of similar to concrete in that you're like bending over half the day, on your knees and all sorts of stuff.
I hear that.
It's not comfortable. Like there's no comfortable position for it.
Right.
Also, okay, are we talking about like putting in new floorings, or are we talking about like ripping them out, or just anything to do with flooring?
I think we get to make it up because that's not something that we've actually thought through.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so we're talking all things flooring.
The worst
Yeah.
of the worst. I think all of this is like the worst thing you can think of in this particular
All right,
profession.
so yeah, like
because everything's
ripping up-
got some
okay.
suckiness.
So I've got some summers taking out tiling in bathrooms that freaking is terrible,
Yeah.
and you will cut yourself, and it is awful.
flooring, I've done, and it's not fun. It's hard on the knees.
Yeah, you just-
Definitely in kind
A
of
lot more
awkward
achy.
positions.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
But don't sell the ceiling works short. I've got some experience with the acoustical ceilings. And I'm going to tell you that going for a day,
where your hands are up over your head.
well, hands overhead
Yeah.
and or with your chin up in the air, like you're looking up into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because, in acoustical ceilings, you got to get the tie wire.
The tie,
Like,
yeah.
So you're
Yep.
putting that
Yep.
over the purlins, the rafters, whatever you
Right.
get.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, That's pretty sucky. Another sucky thing about overhead work, like if you're working and you're demoing a ceiling, all the junk's falling down on you.
That's fair.
It's all falling down on you.
That's fair.
And I've been in the residential side of things where I've torn like ceiling out that was like leading to an attic. And even if the attic is somewhat clean,
It's still terrible.
No telling what is fitting to fall out of a ceiling. I've had some pretty janky stuff fall out of a ceiling.
Or come out of walls.
Yeah, well, we can get to that in a minute.
Did he tell you about the cat that he drywalled in one time?
What?
I did. I sheetrocked a cat in the wall. I did.
A full freaking cat. He sheetrocked it. And
I was remodeling the bathroom. The cat hid under the tub shell.
sure.
I'm filling the walls in, and the cat was under there. So, yeah.
It's the best. Listen, if you're taking me down, I'm taking you down with me. For the record. That's where
Hey, you know what? You know what's funny?
What?
Bailey and Abby live there now.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. So these reminders of ceiling work, that's swaying me a bit. Hold on, don't get too clicky. Don't get too clicky.
I'm just kind of waving.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
waving.
Because this is difficult. Because with ceilings, we're starting to develop these new technologies like exoskeletons that can make it easier to have your hands over your head, that sort of thing, right? Makes it a little bit easier. You got a little bit more support on you. But at the same time, in flooring, you've got things that you can ride to like rip up the floors too, especially in commercial stuff, right? Like you can...
Tough call, huh?
Yeah, this is... I feel like it's a tooling thing. Do we have more tools to handle flooring versus ceiling work?
Tooling for both is very important.
Yeah.
Let's go flooring.
I don't know. I'm not so sure because ceilings, I mean, you got a valid point there. Overhead work does suck.
Tyler, we got to make a call here. It's going to be an hour and a half episode.
I
Everybody's
don't
leaving
care. I
rapidly.
don't care. Listen, we're trying to get to the bottom of this, all right?
That's right.
We're trying to make the... Am I right here?
You're totally right. We're making
I'm taking this seriously, man. All
the
right?
whole industry is watching right now.
Wanting to know.
No, they're not. That I know.
Your
I'm
mom and
taking
dad
this-
are watching right now.
Yes, they are. Some weeks.
Occasionally. When they're not busy. Anyway, I don't know, man. I might think that there's more tooling for floors and like, because it's not necessarily the installation. It's the destruction of it. That takes some time.
Yeah, this
demo of floors
may revive
sucks.
some drywall here for you too, because the ceiling thing, man, your sheetrock guys might be throwing some ceilings up too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
might have a little combo there, little bring the ceilings and drywall back over.
Yeah, but I want it to be fun too. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I just want a decision, really. That's what I'm looking for right now out of you.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna vote. 3, 2, 1, flooring.
Ceilings.
Oh my gosh.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Best of one.
This game's going into overtime.
I shot early.
You
Okay.
did shoot.
1,
How
2,
many
3,
you
go.
do?
1, 2, 3. You can't do anything right, man.
All right, I'm choosing ceilings, guys.
Ceilings are going to the front. What are you doing? Where are we at?
How did we get that? Oh my gosh. All right, we're moving on.
So
This
roofing
is tough.
and HVAC.
This is hard.
Roofing and HVAC. Ooh, golly, dude.
I don't know. Because roofing, you've got the fear factor, but you've also got the exposure to elements factor.
This is true.
And I watched the dudes.
Hey, no. HVAC's the same way though,
No,
because
yeah.
you got these big rooftop units and stuff sitting up there. Like that's
Okay, I get that.
Fair enough.
Residential HVAC, when you're crawling into
that-
attics and they're like
fair.
140 degrees.
That's fair.
And people are like, I want my air conditioning. Mm-hmm. And you're not, I mean, yeah, that's not
Yeah,
great.
but like with roofing, like your tar, like hot tar and stuff that you're dealing
Yes.
with, right?
That's what I'm saying. This is a difficult.
This is a very difficult task.
Stripping roofs, like when you're up there actually like taking all the old shingles off, the old roofing off.
Yeah.
This is another one. Personal experience. I don't have as much personal HVAC experience, But one of the first jobs we did at Campbell Contracting was a roof reno. We did a flat roof on top of a beauty shop. It was like just the starter job in Dad's old contracting company. I remember being up there baking on those summer days. Yeah. It was not fun. Flat, black roof.
Yes,
in
but
summer.
You at least get a breeze occasionally. Right?
It just depends on the Georgia day.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
But you have the option of a breeze.
I mean, think roofing with HVAC. In Arizona.
Fair enough. But HVAC in Arizona.
HVAC in Arizona is pretty
I'm just saying, there is no air flow whatsoever in an attic. Which I know we're leaning more to the residential side on this, guys, but I mean, I think this needs to be included.
Okay, but other things that are encompassed by HVAC. So like the tin knocking, like doing all the duct work and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's interior, non-exposed elements.
Yeah, but it's before you have any AC. You're the one putting the AC in, man.
I get it, but how many construction sites have you been on where the interior is air conditioned already?
Okay, well then let's go back to your drywall comment earlier.
That's about what it was pitted against.
No, that's not. No,
that's about what it was pitted against.
No,
all right. So
that's not it at all. You were saying earlier that the AC would be on when we're doing drywall work. That is exactly what you said, word for word. Right?
False.
I'm not going to pull in the clip, but I think he definitely did something. He did not say that, I don't think.
You saying something that alluded
to that. It was exposure to elements.
Illusion, yeah.
Exposure to elements, yeah. I mean, we can make the same
elements. AC. Hey, listen.
I'm just saying, HVAC is hot as balls, man. It is freaking hot.
Yeah. Well, guess what? So is roofing.
Fair.
So
now we got to pick one.
Roofing. I'm on roofing with this.
Yeah, but what if it's a crawl space?
Come away from the dark side.
No. What if it's a crawl space, bro?
Those are nice, damp, musty, cool spaces.
Not all of them.
I have worked in a lot of crawl spaces, and I have been on roofs, and if I had to pick one.
For the record, I used to play under the mobile home that we lived in Brooksville way on back in the day. That was one of the places that I would go to hang out. I'm here to tell you, there's a lot of crap up underneath there.
There is.
And it's not fun.
But as a kid, you played there.
Okay, here it is. Would mom let me play on the roof?
Probably no.
No. So that must be more hardcore.
Which would kill you quicker?
Falling off a roof.
Falling off a roof. Now,
okay.
I mean, a large HVAC unit being dropped on you from a crane would do the trick. But
that would definitely do it, Looney Tunes style. All right, I'll go with roofing. I'm good with it.
And just word to the people, y'all tie off out there.
Please be safe. Please be safe.
OSHA.
That could have been a finals matchup right there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I kind of wish that would have gone brutal. To the finals.
We're just getting started.
I feel like we're getting
that would have been a really good one, actually. Yeah, that would have been a really solid finals match.
Yeah.
A little more time.
Conference finals.
Okay, so we got
ceilings.
East and
West. We like central, and then
what I think is hilarious. Is that we're underneath, and we're just like the same sort of area here between ceilings and roofing. Ceilings and roofing, which is harder.
We're finishing this one out.
Yeah, we're finishing this bracket out.
I'm going roofing on this all the way. This one's easy for me.
Yeah, between the two of them, I'll go with roofing too. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Okay, look at that.
Now we head to the north.
We're in the north?
We are in the north, and we're going to start with plumbing.
Plumbing
and welding.
Versus welding.
Ooh.
This is a toughie.
I mean, there are elements of welding that are definitely difficult. I will say that, but you don't have to play in other people's feces. And I think that could be the one that clinches this one.
Are we going new commercial construction? Are we going? I guess we said we were going to go with the worst.
Man.
We were going to go the worst of the worst.
We're just going off the cuff here. We don't freaking know. All right, just welding, plumbing. Just what do you think of? I think of crap a lot of times when I think of plumbing.
I get it, but man, underselling like what pipe welders are doing, like out in the elements, under the hood, don't look up.
Fair enough.
Hovered over a weld for long periods of time.
Are we taking
getting
underwater?
your work and then getting your work picked?
Are we taking underwater
also,
welding?
Underwater welding, like known most dangerous job in the world. At least I've heard that.
Don't quote him.
I've heard that. It's statistically true. Go Google that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
here we go.
Google. Yeah. Is underwelding water?
Yeah, it's dangerous. We know
welding
it's dangerous. Is it?
Is
Extremely challenging. Yeah.
It's also
complex.
extremely dangerous. Yeah.
It's not the most dangerous thing.
What's the most dangerous job in the world? I got to know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Playing with rattlesnakes, milking a cobra.
Yeah. Okay. In the world,
I feel like this is a whole nother episode,
logging
by the way.
workers. That's fair.
Okay.
Ooh.
Fishermen. Certain sort of. See, that's one of those things that like there's going to be something sneak in because I'm like fishermen.
Ooh, look at there. Structural iron workers and steel workers and roofers above that.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Is this cheating?
I feel a match coming at the end of this. I just locked down on welding.
All
Fair
right.
enough. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because
there
I
it is.
can
I'm
wipe.
surprised by that. Can I just say? I'm kind of surprised that you were able to convince me there because I don't know. Dookie's not fun.
Welding stuff, man.
Other Dookie's not fun.
welding stuff career. It
Anyway,
is,
all right.
It is respect.
Okay. Landscaping or painting?
Oh,
Oof.
I'm going landscaping. Landscaping, because when you're digging,
Yeah. Painting's just annoying, but it's not like
painting's tough. Like
it's tough, but like it's not
working
like,
overhead and like
See,
there's a lot of stuff.
It falls right in line with drywall work with me. It's drywall work and painting. I freaking hate it. I can't do it, man.
I get the annoyance, but
I'm annoyed by them greatly.
if it's measurably more difficult, that comes with annoyance. Like I'm going with like if I had to pick a day, like 105 degrees outside, and I'm landscaping.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
You know, like the worst day I can imagine painting.
Yeah, I'm with you on it.
I'm like,
Landscaping.
I'm gonna be a painter.
Yeah, landscaping for sure. Landscaping for sure.
No,
All
I
right,
think
we're closing out the
enjoyable
bracket.
work. Yeah.
Conference finals right here.
All right, this one I think is easy as welding.
Welding.
Yeah, welding all the way.
Boom.
Yeah, all right,
Yep.
because we're just
I'm just
teeing it-
going towards the finals because
just
I want
teeing it
roofing
up.
versus welding because I just saw it on the internet. And then we're gonna have a good argument. All right.
Okay, electrical versus excavation. Ooh. Okay. Hand excavation, are we going to consider that? Because we've got an
'cause there's
excavator shown.
there's a digger there.
It's an excavator.
Highly technical
Freaking
term.
moron. Get your tools right.
I worked
Anyway,
at Sunbelt for a summer. I didn't.
did you? No,
No,
okay.
I didn't.
I was about to say, it's like, that's an era I'd never heard of.
I wish I knew more of like the specific names of equipment. Sidebar. Anyway, electrical versus excavation.
All right, so
Excavators.
here's my thing is like, can excavation be dangerous? Heck yeah, it can be very, very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing some of the bulldozer operators now having to use remote controls and stuff because these bulldozers have been sliding into ponds and all sorts of, it's not safe. However, electrical is no slouch, as we know. Like, because like, what do we hear in OSHA all the time? Is like, you know, don't touch a live wire. Do we hear that?
What do we hear all the time?
What do we hear?
Don't get shocked.
What do you think?
No shocky.
Because I know. I'm just making sure you know. Because
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, excavation, you're in an air-conditioned cab.
Never grab
Dad does this for leisure.
two sides of a cable with either hand. The result, shock is not good.
Yeah, right. All I know is Dad will go out and get on his tractor, which is, you know, a nice tractor. It's got the AC and all that stuff. And he'll listen to tunes and stuff and hang out. That's a leisurely time for him.
I'm going to push for excavation though, because I'm going to
What?
backtrack on my initial statement. If you're moving dirt, there's going to come a time where you got to get out of the air conditioned cab and you got to be in the trench or whatever. Like I'm thinking, yeah. And excavation, like when I was thinking through like really bad jobs in plumbing, the excavation portion of plumbing is a job that I'm like, oh man.
So we are
It's tough
taking
moving
into
stuff
account
around.
hand tools and stuff.
Yeah, I
with
think I'm going to bring that
excavation.
back to the table. If
Okay.
you do that, Yeah, I think excavation.
that was the reason why I was asking. I was like, that does definitely change things, right?
Forgive me.
Well, you did hit Andy in the head with a shovel one time.
I did, and see
during an excavation project.
Yeah, see what can happen when you're excavating for your traps that go around your treehouse.
Cook, you're gonna love this.
Okay.
This saint across from me here,
I thought he was okay.
You were digging something. What were you doing again? What were you
digging? Foot traps, man.
Digging foot traps.
Yeah.
Okay. He hits Andy, our middle brother, in the head with a freaking shovel. And
I did not.
Oh, it wasn't you?
It was a neighbor.
Was it Halminski?
No, it was.
That would have been Halminski.
Call Eric Jones out. Just put him on blast. Sorry,
Eric, how dare you?
I haven't talked to you in a good 30 years.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Eric whacks Andy in the head with a shovel as they're digging, like comes out of like that. This joker says, just go on home. We're going to hang out or whatever. And Andy tries to ride his bike home.
He made it.
He passed out on the side of the road for 30 minutes.
False.
How long did he pass out
This has grown. The lore around this story has grown so much. No, Andy went home and told mom and dad that he had blacked out.
Yes.
Okay, no, he rode his bike under his own power all the way home. He blacked out, air quotes, blacked out. He got hit between the eyes.
This meme though is great. Thanks.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, like he got hit with the shovel, like basically right up between the eyes.
Yeah.
And he got little blood flowing stuff.
Right.
But Andy Halminski, who's now a superintendent.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever listens. You're probably not. No, he doesn't. Anyway. He watched him he said he basically just laid down, just very softly laid himself down on the ground and then stood back up. That was the story I got. So
softly laid himself on the ground.
Being the tough love brother that I was like, take yourself home. You're not any good to us anymore because you're not digging the traps. So he went on home. But anyway. I have not lived it down. And 30 minutes on the side of the road did not happen.
He told me 30 minutes, I believe him.
Excavation. Do it. Come on,
really?
Yeah.
Come on. Electricals, dude. All right, hey, let's talk about linemen for a second.
Okay, I'm backing up.
Yeah, that's a little bit dangerous. Just a touch.
I'm backing up.
Yeah. I'm not saying that trenching isn't...
I feel like I've been taking too many of them, man. And I'm going to defer to you on this. You make the call, Tyler. Move the bracket.
I would say that there are definitely more injuries and things within electrical than there would be in excavation, but
you
maybe
can back that up with scientific data
I can
that
back
you
that
have
up with research sir.
Right now.
It's not research; it's just my gut. Okay, my gut says electrical because I feel like there's so many other different aspects and niches of it that could be what.
What? Okay? No, you good with it?
I'm good with it.
Okay,
electrical. I'm calling it.
And now I'm calling it.
You're like, good Lord.
Electrical.
Tyler Cook's eyes are glazing over.
He's done. He's done.
No,
everybody else is done here.
I've heard the arguments.
You've read the arguments?
I'm the end all be all.
Okay.
This is the South Conference after all.
South Conference.
Oh, what's that? Nice.
Okay,
yes.
all
Well
right.
done.
Okay.
So here we go. Glass installation versus demolition, the final round one.
Demo. Boom.
Well, think about where we have to install glass, though.
I know, but demo. Demo is fun for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a bundle of fun.
It's a bundle of fun.
And then 30 minutes later, you're like,
actually,
I'm kind of tired of swinging this sledgehammer at the thing I was swinging at.
Or I got to keep going. So
pulling whatever down demo's cool. It's fun. But it wears out quick.
Demo, yeah. I don't know, man. Glass installation is pretty... you get yourself into some pretty precarious positions in glass install.
You do, but it is by nature clean work.
That's fair.
It is by nature in buildings that are somewhat finished.
Yeah.
And demolition, Dude,
Okay,
if you're going to get hurt.
let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Yeah, I mean, a building falling, that's not good. Yeah, okay.
Nah, demo.
Yeah, demo.
Demo
All right,
versus electrical.
Electrical versus demo. Oh, my.
I'm going demolition again.
You just are hating on electrical here, all right?
I get the lineman thing. I do. Like the thing that they do in the elements when none of us have
When
power.
there's a freaking hurricane
Yeah, I hear that.
going
I
out
do.
there and Lieutenant Danning it, standing up on the power pole.
Oh, that was an epic scene.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, versus demo. Listen, demolition has TNT, though, in some
That's what I'm saying.
applications.
Like you need to incorporate dynamite sometimes into what you do.
That's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
it's getting real.
There's a lot more. Oh, yeah, there's got to be a lot more planning and safety concerns behind demo. That's for freaking sure.
Yeah, you go knocking the wrong thing down, it falls down on you. That's no good.
Yeah. All right. Let's just wait. All right. I'm going to go demo.
Okay.
And here's the reason. TNT. That's it. I don't think I need any other reason. I feel like TNT, it's just,
I'm good with that, man.
yeah.
But thanks to the alignment out there. All right.
Yeah,
Then there
okay.
were four.
All right. So this is the final
This
fight.
is the final. All
Let's
right.
start here.
This is hard for me to do, but I am of concrete and roofing. Is this like a super regional? Like what do we got going here? This is a semi.
This is semis.
This is semis.
This is the
This
semifinals.
is semis.
Final four.
Final four.
A little announcement here. Semifinal. We got concrete versus roofing and welding versus demo.
Okay.
Just in case you couldn't follow that garble of thought that predicated this semifinal. That's where we've landed.
I will say
somehow.
this. If you're confused, it might make sense to go watch the YouTube version of this because it'd probably clarify just a few things for you visually. Anyway, concrete versus roofing,
Concrete versus roofing.
which you have done both. You have done both.
Much more extensive in the concrete side. And that's why I say this is going to hurt me a little bit. But
Okay.
I'm going to go roofing here. I'm going to go roofing.
Okay. What's your reasoning for that?
Because I probably would join a concrete crew again if I was just like, I got to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't want to be like one of the actual people roofing a house. That's me. Like maybe that's some of like the being up on high things. And I've
Self-preservation.
done roofing. I've
Yeah.
done roofing in my own places. We did roofing on our place when we were kids.
Yeah. Okay. I can get with you on this.
Yeah.
I can get with you on this because level of comfort. If
Yeah.
I'm up on a roof, I am not comfortable. I'm just not comfortable. If I'm down on the ground working with concrete, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. It's like I feel like I'm in more control,
Yep.
right? If I fall over, yeah, I mean, yes, you could hurt yourself, of course. We've talked about some of the injuries that you've had doing concrete work, but in roofing, dude, this is, yeah.
Roofing's tough. I think it's hard on your body. I think it takes a toll on you. And I mean,
Okay.
you're very exposed to the elements. They're both like, they're just tough jobs. But
Okay.
let's go
okay.
roofing.
Yeah, let's go
And
roofing. Let's
also,
go roofing.
I've just got this lingering thing in the back of my head from the Google that we just did,
Yeah.
where roofing was sitting there against the structural fabrication, erecting, welding.
Yeah. Okay.
This final might be rigged, man.
It could be.
Okay, other side of the bracket.
Let's go.
We got
Welding
welding,
versus
and
demo.
demolition.
Welding and demo.
I'm going welding.
Because you want to fight it out at the end.
I told you it was rigged, man. I was admitting it. I want to get my way here.
I feel like we need to give demo a little bit of extra thought
Okay,
here.
props
All
to
right.
demo. Let's go welding.
Okay, yeah. But again, dynamite. Like things falling. Like all of this stuff. Like this is, I like,
you're working too hard, man. You're working
why? Like it's
You're working
sledgehammers and all sorts of stuff. Like I guess we have more equipment for that. Welding is still a pretty manual process.
We won't get into that.
We won't get into that.
I have myself a little think here.
Yeah. Care to process out loud, or are you just going to sit there in silence while everybody waits?
So on the one hand, I'm going to go Fiddler on the Roof here.
That's an obscure reference.
If you know, you know.
Well done. Yeah.
All right. So on the one hand, you've got the welder, and he is don't spit your coffee on me. You got the welder exposed to the elements. I'm like, this is really rough on the eyes. very rough on the body, rough on your skin. If you've ever been around welding and your skin is like not protected, all of a sudden you will start to smell something and it will actually fry your skin like the sun. So there's that. On the other hand, you've got demo, which could push things over and make them fall on you, and it could be very dangerous. But on the third hand, that none of us have. On the third hand, there is the Google. And the Google said it was very dangerous. And I want the final. Right? So whether it's excavation or demolition, does not matter.
Look, Eddie, this is your podcast.
I know.
At this point, it is.
It
You
is.
just overrode every single decision
I
that
let
I've
you
made.
have the electrical car. I said,
And-
do whatever you want.
Yeah, and then immediately overrode it. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm going welding here. So are we paper, rock, scissoring for it?
I don't know.
We couldn't even figure that out.
No, we couldn't figure that out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. All right.
Very
Cook.
dissatisfying.
Okay, you've already decided. Jeez, I was going to ask you to decide, and then you just decided. Welding.
Thank you. All right.
I feel like everybody's against me today. Anyway, all right. Moving on.
Do we need to bring the Google search back?
No,
It was roofing before welding.
it was roofing before welding.
Yeah, as danger goes.
And
Guys,
again,
this
guys,
is it. This is important.
This
This is
is-
roofing
this is
versus welding.
important.
This is the final match.
I feel like we're getting in somebody's corner here. It's kind of uncomfortable. Like, I'm going to get hate mail.
roofing or welding? Which one is the hardest?
You can think of welding in the nice, pristine shop where you're just staring at something welding. You can think of welding like where you're sweating in your welding hood in the field welding a pipe. And it's very hot outside and you're exposed to the elements and all that.
Or very cold outside.
But there's also the side of welding. Like, I knew a guy, actually when I was on a concrete crew,
Yeah.
I was working with a guy that his previous job was welding inside of train cars. He would like go inside of a train car and he would weld inside of a train car. Now I'm talking like those, like the tanker cars.
The tanker car. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say
Right,
that
repairing
doesn't-
them?
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of times it's where you have to weld, what you have to weld. And that can put you in a lot of different spots.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
That can
getting
be
into
very uncomfortable.
aircraft as well, that's another element of it. There's a lot more at stake.
Well,
too,
it can
right?
still,
Like-
you're playing with electricity too, so there's some danger there.
Yeah.
And then depending on what you're asked to do, that could be some danger, that could be some personal injury, there's just a lot there to think on. So I'm saying
I'll go to this place where if you mess up welding, it will impact others. Right. And not saying that couldn't be the case with roofing, but I'm saying
you get a leak.
You get a leak, and that's
But
bad.
But the building doesn't fall down.
For the most part, yeah.
Or the pipe doesn't rupture.
Yes. If you're welding and you mess up your weld and a structure fails, that's not good. That has a lot more implications to it.
Welding can be pretty cutthroat from the standpoint of quality too.
Yeah.
I mean, being exposed to some of the QC out there
Yeah.
for welding processes and like what these weld inspectors are looking at, CWIs, man, it can be pretty over the top what they're picking into and what they see that you might not see, where, a 16th of undercut in a weld, they're like failing it. So I feel like we have a champion.
I think we might have it. Welding. Final answer.
welding's it.
Wow.
Final answer, Regis.
Welding.
There it is.
Look
After
at-
all of that,
Wow.
what did we decide? Like, what did we learn today?
What I learned today is if we did this bracket over again, it might have a different result. we might not come up with the same answer again, ever again.
No.
But
But that's the joy of the bracket, guys.
That is the joy of the bracket.
just bring to mind how difficult many of the things are in construction.
Yes.
Every single one of these had something that I could feel viscerally that I didn't want to do.
I want to put a disclaimer on disclaimer on disclaimer on this. For one, is that we're in no way trying to minimize the
No.
death tolls or the injuries or anything like that occur in any of these positions. That's not the intention here. We want to just talk about some of the, honestly, some of the badass stuff that people do.
Dude, this is a tip of the cap. This
is a tip of the cap.
This is a tip of the cap to the difficult things that happen in every single trade.
Every building.
Yeah.
Every building is impacted. Like the last two here, roofing and welding, and like we've got concrete, we got, excavation, all of these different elements, like every building. And so, yeah, this is a tip of the cap to what we get to do every single day. And also, it's a reminder for any of the project managers out there listening, pay attention, because like a lot of your crews out here doing very, very difficult things. And if you haven't done it before, go watch them, because man, it's not easy. It's not easy being a tradie for sure. But they earn their keep.
Difficult under the gun too.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's a whole another level of this. Is like, yes, this is difficult, but it is difficult and you're under the gun. Mm-hmm. So you got to do good work. You got to do it safe.
Yep.
But you also got to keep that pace up. Mm-hmm. And all of the previous things mentioned, there's just a lot of difficult things. So the blood, sweat, and tears that go into every single project is real.
It's real.
Yep.
It's real. And it's an urge to be safer out there too. Right? Like let's try to be safer and take into account some of these difficult things that people are having to do. All right.
A salute to the trades.
It's a salute
to the trades.
Hopefully we don't get sued for that. Anyway, well guys, there you have it. Hope you learned something.
Nah.
They didn't learn anything. Anyway, thanks Mom and Dad for listening. We'll catch you next time. Go build something awesome.